Thank you very much, Mr. President, Board of Aldermen, the public.
You gotta do the handheld one.
Oh, the handheld one. Okay, thank you.
Just state your name and
Yes, Joshua Jellis, 67 Hillside Avenue, Waterbury. Thank you, Mr. President, Board of Aldermen, the mayor, and other elected officials that are here in the public. Back this week, at the beginning of the week, we found out about these rule changes that were passed. I was just beside myself, and I'm trying to understand where did this originate. And I don't know if this is FOI, but who came up with this idea to limit free speech, and who would decide what was inappropriate speech and appropriate? Was those questions asked before they even got into discussion in the caucus, never mind with the aldermen. Number two, was it thought out about folks who wanted to speak on non-agenda items at public hearings, that to go 11 days ahead of time to go down to the city clerk's office, for a lot of people it's very hard if they work during the day, or if they're disabled, or if they're very busy because they have someone who's sick and their schedules are a little bit hairy. Did you think that through? And why did it even get discussed? If I was an alderman, I wouldn't even have thought of that. And if I did, I wouldn't have brought it up to anyone's attention. And the limitation on the rights of aldermen or their ability to speak amongst each other was another concern. So I question the judgment that was made to do this in the first place, that it got this far as an issue. It's an issue of judgment. And especially some of you are legal, you're attorneys. I'm not an attorney, but I did take one course in constitutional law at UConn. And I knew that some of that was unconstitutional without having to research. So why did that happen is the question that I have. And given the challenges Waterbury faces, and we saw the Greenway presentation that gives us hope, and the Waterbury Neighborhood Council was promoting this back in the 90s, in the late 90s. And this Greenway project is about economic development, and that comes down to jobs, and that's the thing Waterbury needs the most. That should be the number one thing on your agenda, is economic development, not restricting the free speech rights of citizens to lessen the landscape of participatory democracy that the citizens can act upon. They're not observers. At the end of the day, we're supposed to be participants, and limiting that space is a slap in the face of democracy. And you took an oath that day, and you violated that oath within hours. Again, I'm concerned, and I heard some feedback from some aldermen, some which was thought out and some which was not thought out. And it was defended, and I'm perplexed by the defense of that. And this calls for a reassessment about when you make decisions. Remember, you serve the public, and yes, you do have a tough job. You have to be here twice a month. You're accessible to the citizens all the time. It's a lot. I'm aware that some people might not be. But it does come with the territory to deal with some of us who might attack you inappropriately or swear or maybe not have cogent thoughts. Whatever the case may be, this is a job that you ran for, that the citizens elected you to. You're here to serve the public. That's the number one thing you should write down, to serve the public. Not to serve yourselves, not to serve particular moneyed interests, but to serve the entire public. And to do what's right, not based on your particular party point of view. There's 3 political parties on the board. Thank you very much. But to look at things as individuals representing the citizens of the city. And for me, this again cries out for Alderman by district. Because I doubt if Alderman by district. If one Alderman would have voted for it, because I can guarantee you constituents would not tolerate it. And Alderman by district makes a more competitive system at the end of the day. So, in closing, I'm glad that you rescinded everything that you had passed, and that you did listen I still want to know why this happened, where it originated, and what motivated you to do that. And not think through the constitutionality and the process of democracy that makes this nation unique in certain ways and makes it a place that we all want to live and enjoy. Thank you very much.